I'm really struggling to start talking. I really struggle with the beginning. I think this is a common occurrence with talking on camera, is like breaking the seal and just like letting it come out. Like it's really hard. Like it's really hard. I'm just gonna start rambling. I need some water. Sorry if you heard all of that. I'm trying to practice having this by my face. I don't know how close I need it. Maybe I don't need it so close. I just want to ramble today, to be honest. I'm not doing great. I'm doing kind of bad. I'm feeling depressed. The thing is with like being depressed, for me, I don't know, probably it's different for everyone, but like for me, it's not sadness. It's like numbness, which is like also shame. I feel like shame just puts us in like freeze mode. For me, anyway. It just makes me just do nothing. And like once upon a time, my doing nothing or like my form of numbness was like binging. Like I had bulimia. So like when I was just like, I can't handle real life, I can't handle the emotions, I can't handle any of this, I would just eat and eat and eat as much sugary shit as possible. And then I'd throw it up. And I don't do that anymore. I had CBT and I've had like a few different therapies and I just worked on it so much. And I don't, yeah, I haven't thrown up in maybe years now, which is really impressive because there was a time where it was like 5 times a day and I couldn't function. When I was in uni in Sheffield, sorry, I've got new hair and I'm still trying to suss it out. When I was at uni in Sheffield, I would just drink all the time, like obviously freshers vibes, like just get absolutely sloshed. And then in between I'd just be like binging, like I don't think it's helpful to talk about like specifics and measurements and stuff, but I was just eating so much and just throwing up all the time and I was just so incredibly depressed. I don't do that anymore, which is great. And I very rarely get depressed, so it's kind of a shock to even when I do. Sorry, I'm getting messages. I need to like put my phone on airplane mode. Okay. It's kind of a shock every time I do. Like it happens, it does happen. Like I think maybe like every 4 months, maybe every three. I don't know. It varies. I will get. It's usually burnout. It's usually because I'm not looking after myself. I was like nearly sober for like a year, not nearly, but like I don't know how to describe it. I just lived in a house where we didn't really drink, or we did drink though. Like we'd have like little Bailey's hot chocolates at Christmas, and then we would pie. Like we were known for throwing pies, but they were so like I don't know. My friends and I this is like quite common research now was telling me about how like the opposite of addiction is community. And I think that's what it was with them when I lived with them, was just like there was four of us and it was just like so open and honest and like it was true like family. Like it was just such openness. Sorry, there's someone walking past my house being loud. I don't know if you'll be able to pick it up or not. We just it was just is what you imagine community is just like supposed to be like in like society. Like if one of us was having a bad time, like we felt so comfortable to tell each other that, or like I personally did. And like to be so incredibly vulnerable with like emotions and like just life in general was just amazing. And yeah, so we actually did smoke a lot. Like, to be fair, we loved it. So we weren't sober at all now I'm thinking about it. But like it felt sobering. Does that make sense? Anyway, my friend was telling me how you can be in you can be sober, you can be like abstinent, but not in recovery, like not healing. And I think that is the same kind of thing as in like you can be taking, you can be drinking, you can be doing whatever, but you can actually be healing at the same time. um I don't even know where I'm going with this, but I just think it's such an interesting thing to think about. Like I've had times where like I was like we were smoking loads, but like we were also crying loads, and we were also like we had this beautiful shed that we had put like a sofa in, and like we had this suitcase that was like a coffee table, and I'm gonna cry because I loved it so much. And we just would just sit in there. We'd have people over. We were like a real hub for like just community and all our friends. And if someone was having a shit time, like they would always just come over to ours, or even we would go over to other friends. Like we had such community. That was in London. Um, yeah, and I don't really have that anymore. I don't want anyone to watch this and like want any of my friends from home to watch this and be like, we're not good enough or anything like that, because that's not it. It's just that like I don't live with my friends. It would be different if I lived with friends. Um, everyone's got boyfriends, which is fine, which is so fine. It's not. It's not fine. It pisses me off. It is fine. It's fine. I feel like I'm gonna cry. I just I need to close my window. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what is making me so sad. I think I just really miss closeness. I'm really I used to always have like a man. Like I'd always have like someone. Like I had a boyfriend from the age of maybe like 14 to 20, and then I literally got into a new relationship, like a 9-month one, straight after that. And then I only had a very brief time of being single, and even when I was single, I always had a man on the brain. It was always like, where's the next one? What's the next one? Who am I gonna go on to next? That like ended kind of when I was at uni. I mean, I had a boyfriend at uni for a bit, and then we like broke up, and I didn't have a man for like a year straight. And I did kind of go on dates. I feel like I still sort of had like a little bit of like I was like looking, I was like really open to it, really like it was kind of still an active like, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna find a man? But I was busy. Like I was at uni, I was busy. My main focus was actually me, which was a big change. And then even more recent years, I got back with one of my exes, kind of. We lived together as exes in the same house. It was actually really weird. Um, that is a story for another time. And since him, or even while we were seeing each other, I kind of found this. I healed a lot of the stuff inside me that felt the urge to need someone to like fill me up, you know? you know what I mean? Like, to have someone, like, be my other half. And since that, it's been the best thing ever. Like, I'm thriving. Literally, like, just never been better. Like, the things I've done and the just the energy that I've got, because I'm not constantly arguing with someone or getting triggered by someone or playing games with someone or any of that stuff. It's like I've I remember saying to someone recently, one of my friends, and basically just being like, this is how, like, people who grew up in, like, healthy households must feel. Like, this is true. This is what it is to be, like, okay consistently. Because I am okay consistently at the moment. Like, it's actually really nice, and I've never felt that before. But more recently, like, it is, like, lonely, and I do get really lonely, which is why I push myself to go and see people that make me feel really good about myself, like my friends in London. I've got like a wild amount of friends that make me feel so seen and loved, but it's just not the same as living with them, and I just miss it so much. And I just don't know where I'm going with any of this, but yeah, I don't know. It's hard. I miss it. I just want what most people my age, or like most of this generation who has grown up so isolated, because of things like the internet and like COVID and so many other things. Like, I think we're really craving, like, community and people and genuine connection. I think I have always had loads of friends my whole life, but it took me a really long time to build, like, genuine connections with people, like connections that were healthy and deep. I've always had, like, these connections with people, like, especially the people that I used to do drugs with and, like, drink with and party with. You do build this, it's like, it's such a strange connection. It's such a, when people are constantly on drugs and drinking, it's usually because we're trying to, like, hide something or ignore something. We just want to be in party mode all the time. So there's always, like, this secret underlayer going on that I don't think we're even aware of. So it's so strange, yeah, going to uni and being around people, some people who just never even partied, like, in that sense, in the way that me and my friends back home do, was so refreshing. It was like this big warm hug. It was like, oh, you can just be nice to each other. You don't need to be on pills to tell people you love them. Like, what a revolution, what a revelation. It was amazing. It was really incredible. And I found myself, like, I just cried straight for a year. I just cried and cried and cried for a year straight. We were together during COVID, me and my friends, and I need to swap hands. This is actually aching. We just cried. I realized so many things about myself. Like, I realized abuse that I'd been through, that I had, like, just fully pushed to the back of my brain, like, as a child, and just ignored, that I knew was there, but also had never brought to the forefront of my brain. um and I realized so many things that I just had never had the safe space to acknowledge. It's just incredible. Like, it's just so amazing, and I miss it so much, and I loved it so much, and I really pray and hope and wish that everyone would have that opportunity. It's why I tell so many of my friends just to go to uni. I'm so sorry. I know I'm being serious, but my tits look massive. Anyway, yeah, I tell so many of my friends to go to uni because for me it was a break. Like a break from the like slog. The slog of it all. Is that the right word? A break from the rat race. I've always actually been so lucky because I've always lived with family. And then when I went to uni, obviously you get student loan and stuff. So actually, in that sense, I've always had the time and the resources. I mean, yeah. But I've also felt this pressure of like, no, you need to go to work and you need to, not always, but like, there's just a general pressure from society. And also, I was always trying to get out of like my family home, like either by like always trying to go and live at boyfriends' houses or trying to like get into a routine of working enough that I can afford to go and rent somewhere else. And then I went to uni and at first I didn't have time because I was so addicted to revision and like doing well. Because when I was at school, I did GCSEs, but I was a fucker. Like I was literally a little menace. I just wouldn't, I wouldn't do anything. I was just fucking around, getting, like, going to isolation, like, being just like a little cunt. And then, so I flunked all my GCSEs. I actually did relatively well considering I literally didn't try at all. Like, I still got, I think, maybe a C in English and maybe a C in maths. So, like, they could get a job, you know, because you know how you need like your C in English and your C in maths. I could get a job, but yeah. So I flunked it really. I went to college to do like travel and tourism because I was like, I'm gonna be an air hostess, and then I hated the course. Like within a week, I remember sitting at the front, and because I don't know, I feel like I just decided like, okay, I'm gonna be here. I want to actually kind of learn. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't know, something clicked in me, I think, after GCSEs. And I remember sitting at the front and the teacher asking a question, and these cunts at the back, like laughing when I answered. Like, she said something like, oh, what country, blah, 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 blah. And I like answered, and they're like, and maybe I was just paranoid, but I was like, you lot are like really bringing the vibes down in this classroom. Like, you know, when you're just self conscious to try, you don't want to put the effort in because you've got people who think it's lame to put the effort in. I was like that. So I quit that, and then I said to college, like, I want to do A levels. I want to go to uni, and they were like, well, you can't because you've only got two GCSEs, and I was like, well, I want to retake my GCSEs, and they were like, well, you can't because GCSE retakes are people who don't have their maths and English. You've got your maths and English, and I was like, what do you want me to do? You want me to do fucking travel and tourism then? Which is fine, but I was like, I don't want to do this. I was in my head, I was like, I was made for politics. I was literally like, I want to go and be a politician. I want to go and do something like I don't know, I just had this sudden drive. It was really weird. Don't know why that was. I think it's because I wasn't being made to do anything. It was like suddenly it was my decision. It was like, oh, actually, this is my life and I get to choose what I want to do and I want to do something cool. When you're in school, it's not your decision. You're just being told you need to do this, and it just takes away all of your autonomy, and it makes you like want to rebel, like want to push against it. So suddenly, I was like, I really want to do something, and then I went back to my sixth, like my school, and I was like, please, can I come and retake my GCSEs? And they were like, no fucking way. They're literally like, not gonna happen. And I was like, why? And they were like, you were a little rat. They didn't say that, but they were like, we've looked at your behavior records. Like, there's no way you're coming back. And on the last day of school, I did swear, like I called a teacher a bitch, which is so, that's such a little rat. So yeah, they wouldn't let me back. And then, but luckily, so lucky, my family friend, like, this is nepotism for the poor. This is like working class nepotism. My mum was really close friends with the woman who ran the retake course. And like I'd grown up around her. She'd like looked after me loads. She amazing woman, really lovely. And yeah, so I like contacted her. I was like, look, I really, really want to do this course. I will put my head down, like I will actually try. And she vouched for me, and she said to like the head of the sixth form, she was like, this is on me, like I vouch for her. She'll put her head down, she'll do well. Um and they let me back. And I did do well. I smashed it. I got like straight A's. Well, I didn't get straight A's. No, GCSE I did get straight A's. And then sixth form I got AAD because cocky little me wanted to do, because you know you do four A levels, then you drop one. I started off doing five. I was like, because I did so good at my GCSE retakes, I was like, I want to do physics, biology, chemistry, sociology, and geography, like all the sciences. I was like, I want to be a. I actually wanted to do science for a while because I fucking loved it. When I retook it at GCSE, I was like, this is so juicy, like protons, neutrons, like chemical reaction. So juicy. I loved it. So interesting to learn about. So I did five, dropped physics within weeks. I was like, this is hardcore. Um, because the things you learn at GCSE in physics and chemistry and stuff, it is like correct, but you suddenly realize that the way that you see them are suddenly not the same. Like the way that you see like neutrons and protons and how like not cells. It's so long ago I can't remember. Like you know they're all like little circles. Then you get to A level and you're like, oh, these aren't circles. They're these fucking crazy energy force field things. Which it was really cool, but I was just like, I can't do this. So I dropped physics, and then I dropped chemistry. So I just did biology, sociology, and geography, and then I only got a D in biology, which actually irks me because in test papers I was getting A's. I was getting really good. And my final ones, I just didn't get. I don't know, they threw me off. But I still got my A's anyway. I don't know where I was going with any of this at all. I feel like I'm just telling you my life story. Um, yeah, so I did that, and then I did well, and then I got into uni, and what? Where was I going? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm avoiding something, but I'm just telling you my life story. But anyway, went to uni, and oh, okay. And I put my head down. I was literally like, I really wanted to do well. So actually, I went to Sheffield Uni first to do politics and sociology. I was like, I'm gonna be a politician. I'm gonna work in the government. I'm gonna like, I want to help. I want to make a difference. So I went to Sheffield. But the moment I got there, not the moment, but like it's just partying. Freshers is just partying, and I was still partying, but like I learned to like get my head down and get into like a routine. So freshers was like just party all week, and it was stressful, and my room was really dark, so I wasn't really getting much sunlight. I was like going out at night, drinking, partying, coming home, sleeping all day, just missing all my lectures, like just didn't turn up to any of them. And then I got on Tinder, I met a boy, and literally just like wrapped around him. Like we just were like those hugging monkeys that can't let each other go. Like he wasn't at uni, he was in like a local town nearby. And he was a plumber, and he would literally like just do all his plumbing stuff on FaceTime to me all day, and then come straight to mine afterwards, and like we just wrapped around. It was so incredibly, like, we were both just straight up love bombing each other. That was also lovely, but it was also horrific because I was just mentally so unwell, like, just so not well, like, just drinking all the time, and then my bulimia was playing up as well. So then after 3 months, I just had to drop out. I was like, "I'm going absolutely crazy here." So I dropped out. Um, then I came home, worked in care. Um, then I went to Sheffield. I decided, I was like, "Right, I'm gonna do a uni course. I just need to use my A-levels. I worked so hard for them. I just need to use them. What is the most fun thing that I could do? What, like, if I could do my dream job, what would it be?" And I was like, looking through all these courses, and I was like, "These are all dire. I don't want to do any of this." And then I saw this comedy and satire course at Goldsmiths, and I was like, "That's the one." I was like, "That makes so much sense." Like, who would not want that? Like, that's my dream job, is to just be funny. And it's also really, like, political. So I was like, okay, so it kind of links into, like, my politics. So yeah, and then I got into Goldsmiths, and that just, like, changed my whole life. Like, I just felt like I just saw so much, like, I don't know, just things that I'd never experienced before, just people I'd never experienced before. Like, it was just heavenly. It was so nice. I came on here to talk about my eating disorder. And I was going to talk about my mental health at the moment because my mental health is not doing very well. And all I've done is, like, give you, like, a full length story of my life. Anyway, I had an amazing time at uni. I just cried the whole time, but it was great. My final show, my ex at the time, we were, like, seeing each other, was just being a wanker, as per. And yeah, just before my final show, I don't know, he slept with someone or something. I think he, like, got a girl pregnant, but she wasn't actually. It was the whole hoo-ha. And I just cried throughout our whole final week. I remember doing tech for another group. I was doing maybe sound or lighting. And I was just sat next to my best friend at the time. She's actually still my best friend. Just, like, sobbing and, like, just, like, pushing buttons. Like, it was awful, but I was also so happy. Like, there's something about being safe enough to just be able to just cry no matter what. Like, I was just crying. And I remember seeing everyone, and everyone was like, "You okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I just need to cry." And they'd be like, "That's fine. That's okay. Just cry." And I'd be like, "Really?" And they'd be like, "Yeah, it's okay." No trying to fix it, nothing, just bawling for a year straight. And it lifted so much off of me. So yeah. And now I'm back home, and I've been back home for quite a while now, actually, maybe even 2 years, which is worrying. Lived with my ex for a year, whole nother story. Now I live with family, which is lovely, and I love it, and it's great, and I'm so blessed in so many ways. I'm so lucky. I'm just so lucky at the moment. I don't have to pay very much rent. I don't have to work too hard. Like, I do OnlyFans, so I'm so flexible. Like, I get to, like, choose what to do. But yeah, I got really lonely for a while, and then I was like, I need to go and see people. So I went to London, I went to Chester, I went to all of these different places. I was like, I just need to go and see all my friends at once. I need to be around all of these people. And I think I just and it was so nice. It was so much fun. Just spent, like, 2 months straight, like, having fun, like festivals and all, just so much fun. And yeah, I've reached burnout. I've reached a point of burnout, because usually when I'm looking after myself, it means, like, yoga 3 times a week, meditation daily, like, for an hour. Like, when I'm peak, really looking after myself, that's it. Like, drinking enough water, eat so many vegetables. Like I'm quite good at looking after myself. I've learned a lot of coping skills from being like an absolute crazy party girl, having nothing, to like constant CBT, like all of these, like just so in tune with myself. Yeah, so recently I'm burnt out. Like a week and a half ago, I was like, this was too much. I needed it. I needed to see people. I needed connection. I needed genuine like conversations and love and connection. But it's too much now. I'm burnt out. I was drinking a lot. And having loads of fun, but like traveling, trains, all of this. So I've cancelled most stuff. Then I cancelled everything. I was like, hey, nothing now. I need to just do nothing. I booked in like one shift a week, and so this is where I am now. I'm at the point of like I'm burnt out, I'm slightly numb. I need a big cry, but I'm really struggling to like get there. And but I've been going to the yoga. I haven't been to yoga for like 7, 8 months. So I was like, Amy, get to yoga, because that's something that like everyone always says sit with it. And I'm a big preacher of sitting with it. I'm like, just sit with it. Just sit. You know, when people are struggling, you're like, just need to sit with it. Just need to sit with it. What are you on about? You can't just sit with it. It doesn't just come up. Like your body has to feel safe. So I'm trying to like, and at the moment, all I want to do is scroll. I'm addicted. I cannot stop. I just love it. Just it's just a perfect mind numbing. Doesn't exhaust my body, but it fucking exhausts my brain. Like it's just horror, and then like hee hee, and then it's like hee hee hee, and then it's like the world's burning. So yeah, I booked in yoga. I was like, you need to just go to yoga. So I've done 2 yoga classes now, and I know that is definitely helping. It's bringing stuff up though. This is the thing with like when you get burnout, you think like, oh, just rest, but you're actually unpacking. It's like you keep putting things in your bag. You keep putting things in your bag, like for 2 months straight. Popping things in, just put it in there. I'll do it later. I'll do it later. And then you reach the point of burnout, and you're like, this is heavy. And you just like collapse, like, this is too heavy. And then you have to just not move for a bit, and you have to go in the bag and be like, right, what is this? What is this? What have I been ignoring? You don't get to just throw it away. You have to like go through it and get it out and cry and scream and get angry and stuff. And yeah, so I reached just like a point of like, it's time to stop. Been to yoga twice, been swimming twice as well. Swimming helps me so much. Anything that gets me off my phone and brings me into a present moment is what I need at the moment. But there isn't like drinking and stuff, because I don't feel like that helps you be very present. Like I need things where I'm like coming into my body, coming into my senses, looking around. Like, so yeah, that's where I am at the moment. I'm struggling, and I think I just need to be honest about that kind of stuff. This is why I think I'm doing this. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I think I'm like, hey, it's time to acknowledge that I'm not doing great. In terms of like the grand scale of things though, I'm still doing fantastic. Like it's one of these, you know? So like down here is me like 18, batshit crazy, smashing up people's cars, like just cheating, lying, scamming little bitch. And then I been get better, and then you get worse, and you get better. And at the moment, I'm so way up here. It's like crazy. I'm up here, but I've just a little dip, you know, just a little like, and I'm like, oh, it was all going so well. So in the grand scale, I'm up here, but when you like zoom in just on this part, I'm like having a bit of a dip. I'm having a bit of a wobble. And like because I do contenty stuff, like social media stuff, because I do OnlyFans basically. I'm online. Like, a lot of my job is like posting shit and hoping that it'll blow up. And you can get so addicted to like trying to post the right thing. Like, I'm trying to do a good job. I need to post the right thing. I need to be funny. I need to be pretty. I need to be this. I need to be that. And I think I just want to actually collaborate my self-care with making content. And my arms. I should just put it here, but I don't want to. I just want to marry the two. I want to bring together, and I want to make my content stuff as just as authentic as possible. I don't want to be hiding stuff. I don't want to be putting on like my full face and going like, hey, this is what I'm doing today. And secretly I'm just like crying, like in between shots. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be that person. I want to be as authentic as I can be. Which is why I want to start doing stuff like this. This is getting to 40 minutes. I feel like this is ridiculous. I don't know if I should just stop. I'm having a good time. I don't know. It's weird. So yeah, this is what I'm trying to do. And I think actually it's just a little diary for me. It actually doesn't even matter if people watch it, because for me, this is like art, because I don't see art as like, it's such a classic. I can't remember the like philosopher that says this, but like, if you do art for the audience, usually it's not very good art, or like it's just the aim is just to make it look good. You know, if you focus too much on the audience, then it's not as authentic, and you actually don't end up connecting with as many people. Art for me is getting stuff out. For me, that like art is like such a personal thing, and I do it purely for myself. And then the repercussions of that and like the ripple effect is that people go, oh my god, I really relate to that. That's really useful to me. I appreciate that. But it really has to come from, I'm just doing this because I need to get it out. Art is just therapy for me. It's just me getting it out. And like this, yes, it's content, but there's something artistic about it for me. It's purging, and it's getting back in tune with myself. Like, I see things like yoga, meditation, that all of these things as like arts, you know? And maybe I am misunderstanding the definition of art, but for me, that's what I aim for. So that's why I'm here. I think this is enough. I think I should say goodbye now. Thank you for my TED Talk. Thank you for watching my TED Talk.